So hello everyone, do you hear me? It's okay? Yeah. So in advance for my French accent, I hope that you will understand me correctly. So I am Ken Talek, an environmental engineer at CEDRE, and today I am talking about the development of knowledge on alternative fuels and their operational responses in case of an accident. So CEDRE is an international expert in accidental water pollution, based at Brest, France for 45 years with a team of 55 people. And overall, we are working on pollutions in oceans, inland waters and seas, implying plastic waste, chemicals, and oils, and therefore alternative fuels. So now I finished to present quickly the third activities. I am beginning my presentation by reminding you the definition of the alternative fuels. So according to the European Union, alternative fuels are all fuels or energy sources that serve at least partially as substitutes for fossil fuels in the energy supply of transportation and can contribute to the decarbonization of the latter, as well as improve the environmental performance of the transportation sector. In recent years, we observed a fast development of alternative fuels on their side. And on this slide, I have a few examples of the technological advancement. So regarding ammonia, Wärtsilä developed a motor using ammonia as fuel. And they already announced the use of this system for two ships with a delivery by 2025. Regarding methanol and hydrogen, they are used as alternative fuels for several years now, with, for example, in 2015, the conversion of one of the world's largest RoPax ferries, the Stena Germanica, to become the world's first methanol-fueled RoPax ferry. And we have several options more extensively developed, like batteries, liquid nitrogen gases, and low-sulfur fuel oils. However, although the development of alternative fuels stems from a desire to improve the environmental performance of the transportation sector, the fast development associated to the rapid market introduction can cause operational concerns in case of an accident leading to a spill. This includes managing potential pollution and the environmental impact or impact on human health. At CEDRE, we are engaged in multiple areas regarding alternative fuels to provide advice and expertise in case of an accident. So in our laboratory, we focus on the characterization of the product and its behavior in environment to perform modeling and drift forecasting. Meanwhile, we test response equipment and we study the adequacy of the equipment for the alternative fuel. And we use this result to produce emergency plans. And finally, all documents are published and disseminated because we operate as a documentation center, and the document can be used during emergency responses to provide support and to help operators when it is necessary. Because today we have more questions than answers regarding the operational responses in case of a spill of alternative fuels or accident of lithium battery, for example. The aim of this conference is to present you several projects launched at CEDRE about alternative fuels to illustrate the need and the gap to provide appropriate operational responses in the future in case of an accident. So firstly, regarding low sulfur fuel oils, so we have the European project IMAROS 2. The goal of this project is to enhance knowledge on the behavior of low sulfur fuels, particularly their mechanical recovery capacities at sea and their impact on the coastline. During the first IMAROS project, we observed low efficiencies of in-situ burning or dispersion as operational responses. The pumping and recovery is the primary response in case of a spill of low sulfur fuel oils. However, during our laboratory experiment, we observed a large diversity of properties in low sulfur fuel oils, notably regarding the pour point. Therefore, low sulfur fuel oils in environment can range from solid to liquid, affecting therefore the effectiveness of the pumping and the recovery. Therefore, in the new IMAROS project, We are working with equipment manufacturer to adapt and optimize skimmers to handle the diversity of low sulfur fuel oils in case of a future accident. Another interesting result in the first Imaros project was the capacity of low sulfur fuel oils to penetrate into rock. Therefore, in the new project, we will study the persistence of low sulfur fuel oils on the shoreline and the potential impact on aquatic organisms over time. Now, regarding the methanol, it is an alternative fuel with several interesting properties like explosive, inflammable, toxic. And the methanol has the capacity to produce a colorless fire. Therefore, it is very important to study the behavior of methanol in environment to determine the risk level of an accident. And in this context, we did last year a project to study the distribution of methanol between the water column and the atmosphere. We did this project in collaboration with the French Navy to spill methanol directly in open seas to obtain the crucial data of this project. And overall, we observed fast solubilization of methanol in water following the spill associated to a limited cloud formation. This project allowed also the development of a tools to detect methanol in water in collaboration with a Swiss startup. It is a useful tool for operators to determine the risk level and the possibility of a fire in case of an accident. We continue the research on methanol, and we hope that in the future we can help in case of an emergency responses. Another interesting alternative fuel is ammonia, a colorless gaseous inorganic compound displaying several interesting properties like explosive, inflammable, refrigerated, toxic, corrosive, and evaporative. We know that ammonia is very reactive with water, and it is generated when the two substances mix. The intense turbulence of the mixing process also generates aerosols, which affects the density of the toxic carbon cloud. These phenomena are not well understood today, and very few experimental data are available to characterize this interaction. Therefore, there is a need for reliable experimental data to enhance consequence modeling and risk assessment for release onto seawater. In this context, we participate to the joint industry project ARISE, and the goal of this project is to establish test protocols and to perform large-scale release of cold liquid ammonia onto seawater in order to test multiple detection and measurement technology and to acquire the needed dataset to upgrade consequence modeling tools, capability, and reliability. This project began this year, and the experiment will begin at the end of the year and next year. So we hope that soon we will have results to help operators in case of an accident in plain ammonia in environment. And finally, the last example of this presentation is a lithium battery. So by definition, a battery is an electrochemical cell that converts electrical energy into chemical energy during charging and chemical energy into electrical energy during discharging. Lithium battery has several properties like explosive, inflammable, and toxic. Therefore, it is important to consider the risk of lithium battery as an alternative to common fuel. And we launched a new project this year to study the composition and potential impact of abused or intact batteries on the aquatic environment in the event of an accident. In this project, we will develop tools to track lithium in firefighting waters and environments. And after, we will study the impact of lithium on several organisms to help stakeholders in case of a risk assessment in plain lithium battery. Therefore, to conclude this short presentation, the use of alternative fuels tends to increase as well as the diversity of alternatives. We need to improve the knowledge on preparation responders and crews, and we need to continue the experiment to provide better prediction models and intervention protocols. Overall, the research and the operational responses regarding the alternative fuels is in its infancy. Therefore, we need to continue the work. So thank you for your attention. Thank you, Mark.